Coming up tonight on NewsLink Indiana, big changes coming to Ball State's athletic department. We have the very latest tonight in sports.
And a new plan was unveiled to make Muncie more friendly to pedestrians. We have details about one of the largest sidewalk projects in the town's history.
It was a cold day in central Indiana. We had temperatures in the 30s. How long will the cold last? I'll have that coming up.
From Ball State Unified Media, this is NewsLink Indiana.
Good evening and welcome to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Cameron DeBlasio.
And I'm Esther Bauer. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We begin the evening with breaking news. Ball State Athletic Director Mark Sandy announced earlier today that after 2.5 years, he will be retiring in June. In a press release, he said, quote, "It has been a pleasure to serve with the student athletes, coaches, and athletic staff." We'll have more coming up on that tonight in sports. Well, many areas around Muncie are missing one important feature, and that's sidewalks.
Yeah, that's right, Esther. And NewsLink Indiana's Brittany Carlin is live in Muncie with more on how the city is getting updated. Brittany?
Bethel has no sidewalks here on either side of the street, but soon a $6 million sidewalk project will be starting here and in nearby surrounding areas. Cars have no problem getting around Muncie, and soon walking pedestrians won't either.
And so what is going to be going under construction this summer is phase 1.
This phase consists of 4 miles of new sidewalks to allow for safer travel. The sidewalk will pass some major businesses such as the Walmart Shopping Center, the V Apartments, and Schumann Stadium.
We have a lot of college students that live in a lot of that as housing down there. There are no sidewalks for them.
And this project will change that and help people visiting Muncie as well.
On the weekends, again, the hotels house some of the teams that come into the campus to play Ball State. We see parents that come into town to see their kids.
Jeff Kerrigan is the owner of Messino's Pizza and Grinders and thinks this sidewalk project will have a positive impact on the area.
I think it can only help our businesses, myself as well as some of the other businesses around.
Along with helping the businesses, Marta Moody, the executive director of transportation planning, thinks it will enhance the entire city.
It raises the assessed value of the city, which then in turn benefits all of the residents.
There are no official start or end dates for this project, but they will start this spring and should end sometime in the fall. Live in Muncie, Brittany Carlin, NewsLink, Indiana.
All right, Brittany, thanks so much. Well, local businesses are still in shock after yesterday's large fire at an old industrial building in the 900 block of South Mound Street. Fire officials say there was heavy vehicle and foot traffic, so it took longer to reach the scene. The structure that was in flames was connected to 2 other buildings, so other businesses were affected. Laura Beatty works in an area near the fire and says she was shocked after seeing the smoke.
Once I got up here is pretty much what it looked out of control, but very quickly, in a matter of hours, they had it contained. So we thought that it was probably going to be a total loss of everything we had in our storage facility, but we got really lucky.
And the Muncie Fire Chief says due to the large area and the number of buildings involved, it will be quite some time until the cause of the fire is determined.
Well, House Bill 1315, the bill that would allow Ball State to run Muncie Community Schools, is one step closer to passing. A second reading of the bill in a full House session today saw a couple of amendments proposed. Those include setting a limitation on where appointed school board members could live and possibly having Ball State take over Gary schools as well. Now tune in to NewsLink Indiana tomorrow night at 9 for a full update on where that House bill stands and how a similar relationship reshaped a school district in Massachusetts.
Sunday liquor sales are a hot topic this year, with many proposing lifting the ban currently in place. While no change has been made, those in Muncie have differing feelings as to what a change could bring.
We're trying to project how that's going to affect us. Obviously, it wouldn't happen until July 1st of 2018, but if it were to occur, our projections are that obviously we hope that people are going to come in between noon and 8 and see us, but we are concerned that with Saturday and Sunday being big grocery store days of shopping, that people are going to pick up their alcohol necessities on those days when they're shopping and fail to shop at their small family-owned businesses. And so we're afraid that that could impact our business a little bit that way.
I think that would help the business, especially local businesses, because I know I have family members who drive to the state line to Illinois to buy liquor if they need to on Sunday because Illinois allows it, but Indiana doesn't.
Also, there's I believe most states allow Sunday liquor. Like you're
And
allowed
there's
to buy.
no higher crime rate or abuse rate. It's in those certain areas, but
Now, the proposed bill just passed both the House and Senate committees, and if Governor Holcomb approves the bill, the earliest Hoosiers could see the ban lifted is July 1st. The legal smoking age in Indiana may be going up in the near future. Democratic Representative Charlie Brown proposed raising the smoking age from 18 to 21. Originally, Brown also wanted to increase the state tax on cigarettes from $1 to $3, but that was removed by the committee. Indiana ranks poorly among other states in terms of public health, and Brown claims this measure would not only improve Hoosiers' health, but also save the state money.
Well, I don't know what that would be doing for anybody's health, but I tell you what, this weather's been doing a number on me. I just can't seem to predict what's going to be happening.
We had warm temperatures on Sunday.
Yeah.
It was freezing today. It's been crazy for sure.
It's unreal.
But Joe, can you give us some clarity on what's to come?
Yeah, it was a cold day out there today. We had actually some gloomy conditions. We had some snow showers moving through the state. Still some isolated snow showers pushing through the state right now. But coming up in the full forecast, we'll talk about the temperature roller coaster we've been on over the last few weeks. We have more snow chances in the forecast. And will we have 6 more weeks of winter? The Groundhog Day forecast is coming up.
All right, thanks, Joe. Well, a major announcement coming out of the FBI today. Deputy Director Andrew McCabe is stepping down. Karen Kafa is in Washington with the latest and how the White House is responding.
FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe was set to leave that role in March when he was eligible for full retirement benefits. Instead, he left effective today. But the big question is why now? There have been mixed reports about his immediate departure, including whether President Trump was in any way involved. McCabe has been a frequent target of the president, both publicly and privately, to vent his frustrations about the FBI. In late December, Trump tweeted, FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe is racing the clock to retire with full benefits. 90 days to go. And in July, Trump flatly asked why Attorney General Jeff Sessions had not fired McCabe yet. Some of President Trump's issues with McCabe stems from his wife's failed run for the Virginia State Senate in 2015. She ran as a Democrat and received money from then Democratic Governor Terry McAuliffe's Political Action Committee. McAuliffe, of course, a longtime friend and ally of the Clintons. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders referred all questions about McCabe's departure to the FBI.
The president stands by his previous comments, but in terms of the situation today, as I just said, we've seen the reports just as all of you have. We don't have any specific comments.
According to news website Axios, Attorney General Jeff Sessions had been pressuring FBI Director Christopher Wray for months to fire McCabe. A source familiar with the matter said Wray told McCabe that he is bringing in his own team, and it was ultimately McCabe's decision whether to stay or to go. McCabe served as interim FBI director after Trump fired James Comey last May. He was ultimately passed over for the permanent role. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
All right, well, after the break, we'll introduce you to a family that is trying to increase opportunities for those with autism.
And we'll tell you about one program on campus that's helping students of all ages finish their degrees.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great.
What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. Well, Ball State has a new program that is helping students complete their degrees. Back to Ball State is the university's way of helping former students earn degrees that they may not have originally completed. It allows those students to take the courses on their own schedules while also engaging with the material. Cindy Cash helps professors develop these classes for students. She says she wants this program to feel just as real as when these students were on campus.
As you mentioned, the non-traditional student coming back in, perhaps this is their first time taking a course, and so we want to make sure that it's easy for those students to navigate and be successful in the courses.
The university says it is happy to help Governor Eric Holcomb with his plan of encouraging adults to go back to school. Find out how this program is helping one student earn her degree on NewsLink Indiana this Friday. Well, when diagnosed with special needs, opportunities within the community can sometimes be hard to come by.
That's right, Cameron. Now, NewsLink Indiana's Emerson Lehman has more about how one Greenwood family is working to change that.
Empty dishwasher if clean. Put dishes in the dishwasher.
For many, this is just your average to-do list.
Play with dogs 20 throws.
For Alex Parker, it's his way of helping out. Diagnosed with autism, 20-year-old Alex is always eager to help his mom Jennifer with chores around the house.
Vacuuming, doing dishes, and doing dishes, vacuum. I think those are the jobs I like to do.
So eager, in fact, that it inspired Jennifer and her husband Andrew to start a foundation for young adults like Alex to be able to contribute.
We did. We realized that there was a need for young adults with special needs, especially with autism, since our son has autism, that after high school there are not that many opportunities for them.
Still in its beginning stages, the Alex and Allie Foundation already has a lot of community support, and Jennifer has high hopes it will only continue to grow.
Autism is being diagnosed more often, and you're going to have a lot of kids that are in this situation, and it's not just for kids with autism or young adults with autism, it's other special needs as well. We want the kids to stay in their communities, we want them to be involved within the communities, we want them to give back in their communities. We'd like to see this go all over.
Over 80% of adults and young adults with special needs and disabilities are unemployed. However, with the help of the Parkers and the Erskine Green Training Institute here in Muncie, that is hopefully a trend that will subside. The Erskine Green Training Institute provides young adults with special needs the ability to work in the hospitality industry. Director of Marketing and Partner Programs at Erskine Green, Jeanne Smith, said this: Erskine Green trains and the hotel hires individuals with disabilities throughout the hotel and its restaurants in various capacities. It provides a resource for Indiana businesses to successfully hire and maintain employees with disabilities. For now, Alex will continue to hold down the fort watering flowers, but the possibilities for his future endeavors are endless. In Greenwood, Emerson Lehman, NewsLink, Indiana.
All right, great story there, Emerson. Joe, what are we seeing in the weather?
Temperatures are going to back down over the next few hours, but how far will they fall? We'll take a look at that as well as your upcoming forecast after the break. Stay tuned.
Can you help me with this? My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
Sure.
He helps me with homework.
That would be 3.6795.
Thanks.
Yep.
He helps me with my decision making.
I wouldn't use this one. Ever.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
I'm learning so much.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
They're coming. Places, everybody.
Light check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Everything looks good on our end.
And lights.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Alrighty, well, welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. So Joe, we had some pretty cold temperatures. Now tell me if these are gonna stay.
Yeah, Esther, temperatures are pretty cold today after a warm day yesterday. We'll see temperatures cool again tomorrow. Right now across the state, we're seeing temperatures sitting in the mid-30s. Another night to have that winter jacket out as you head outside after maybe you got away with a lighter jacket yesterday. Right now, temperatures across the state, 26 degrees in our state capital of Indianapolis, 25 in Lafayette, 27 at Terre Haute. So again, a cold night out there. You probably got away with a warmer jacket last night as temperatures were sitting 10 degrees warmer in Kokomo, 12 degrees warmer in Indianapolis, 14 degrees warmer this time yesterday. So again, you maybe had that lighter jacket yesterday, but today you do need that heavier jacket. Now, why is that? Well, you have the strong northwesterly flow coming into the area today. We saw sustained winds today, 10 to 15 miles per hour, and we saw wind gusts all the way up to 20 miles per hour. That has continued throughout the night tonight. Still a blustery night here in central Indiana, so another night to grab a heavier coat. Now, with those northwesterly winds, we've seen some isolated pockets of snow coming down from Lake Michigan. The strong northwesterly flow has allowed these snow pockets to sustain throughout the state today. Earlier this afternoon, you maybe noticed we had a quick hit of a quick dusting of snow. That's how these work. You get a quick little pocket of snow to come through. You make the road conditions really slick, but fortunately, it looks like they will move on rather quickly with that strong northwesterly flow. Now, currently in Muncie, we are at 28 degrees. Again, those winds 13 miles per hour, making it feel like 17 degrees out there. It's a cold one out there. A gloomy night in store, a blustery night in store. Conditions will clear as we head through the night, but again, it will be breezy. Tonight, we're going to drop down all the way to the upper teens, 18 degrees here in Muncie. Those winds are going to continue to whip, but will die down as we head towards daybreak. Tomorrow, a better day, 30 degrees. So again, still cold, but the sun returns tomorrow. The winds, though, much calmer. Still a cold day out there, but it's the start of a warm-up trend that we'll see over the next 5 days. We mentioned that temperature roller coaster. It's been hot. It's been cold. Tomorrow, we'll be at 30 degrees. We're going to kick up to 45 degrees on Wednesday. The average high for this time of the year being 36 degrees. Thursday, we'll be right back on average. We'll be almost 10 degrees below average on Friday, and then we're warming up again into the weekend. Now, the next big storm chances we're tracking here for central India comes in Wednesday night. An upper-level disturbance is going to make its way through the Midwest. We could see some snow, some rain associated with this. Right now, the models are all over the place with timing on this. This model actually moves the snow out of the state by about 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning. I think there's going to be a chance for some slick conditions as you head out Thursday morning, even into your lunch plans on Thursday. So that 7-day forecast, sunny conditions here tomorrow, windy on Wednesday, allowing for some warmer air to move up into the region. Again, those slick road conditions possible for Thursday. We have another snow chance on the map for Saturday, but check out Friday, 25 degrees for your Groundhog Day. Looks like the groundhog's going to see its shadow. Sorry, Cameron. I know you're ready for winter to be over, but maybe 6 more weeks in store.
I guess I have to deal with it.
Oh, man. Okay, Joe. Well, thank you so much.
All right, Sam. So the big story is the AD. He's out.
Yes, Cameron. So big news of the day. Ball State Athletic Director Mark Sandy announced his retirement this afternoon. Why and when he will be leaving Ball State after the break.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but things changed. Teaching didn't seem that cool anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Amazing things are happening in teaching, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Samantha Johnson with sports. Today, Ball State's athletic director Mark Sandy announced he will be retiring at the end of June after 2.5 years at Ball State. After starting his career as a high school math and history teacher, Sandy worked as the assistant basketball coach at 3 universities and the director of athletics at Eastern Kentucky University. Now, since his takeover at Ball State, a lot of progress has been made in athletics on and off the field. Around 200 student athletes earned college diplomas, 8 teams have won MAC League championships or division titles, and 5 student athletes were named Academic All-Americans. Now, in regards to his retirement, Sandy said, as Ball State prepares for its centennial and formulates its next strategic plan, it does so with excellent leaders and a bright future. The timing just seemed right for me to make this decision now and provide adequate time for transition to the new director. As of right now, there are no further developments in his announcement. We will keep you updated as information comes in. Also this evening, Saturday was an exciting day for Ball State golf program as they held a dedication ceremony for their new practice complex. NewsLink Indiana's Kara Biernat has more.
Nice cut on 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Good job.
The new golf practice complex was dedicated to Earl Yestingsmeyer, who has been involved with Ball State golf for more than 50 years. Yestingsmeyer coached the Ball State men's golf team for 36 years before he died in January of 2014. The ceremony welcomed the campus community along with Yestingmeyer's family to come check out the new building.
Thank you guys all for making this dream become a reality. The turnout, like I said, speaks volumes for the admiration and respect that pretty much everybody here has for Coach, and for the alumni to turn out, for all the donors, the Ball State community people, it just blows me away.
Mike Fleck was one of 4 speakers to talk about the new building and what it means for the Ball State athletic program.
It signifies something even more profound, at least to me. It's not just a building, it's a tribute to a man who made great contributions to our university, not just in sports, but to the culture and spirit of the institution. And today, we have the opportunity to extend that legacy into our 2nd century, and I'm sure he would be very proud, his family is very proud, and we're very grateful.
The Ball State golf programs will continue to practice in the 6,400 square foot building until the start of their spring season. In Muncie, Kara Biernat, NewsLink Indiana.
The men's golf team will open up their spring season at the Earl Yestingsmeyer Match Play event in Florida, while the women's team will start its season at home when they host the Ball State Sunshine Invitational. The Indy 11 announced today that all of their home games for the 2018 season will be played at Lucas Oil Stadium. That coming off of last month's announcement that the team is now a part of the United Soccer League. The Indy 11 previously played their home games at IUPUI's Carroll Stadium. The 11 made its Lucas Oil debut March 31st of this year against FC Cincinnati.
All right, very cool to be seeing that, Sam.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks,
Awesome,
guys.
Sam. Thanks so much. Well, coming up soon, we'll have a full recap on last night's Grammys.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's not something you buy.
Or something you take.
In fact, there's only one way to get it.
It has to be given to you, freely.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape. Consent.
If you don't get it, you don't get it. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. It's time now to take a look at what is trending.
And NewsLink Indiana's Terrence Fullilove joins us now with highlights of the Grammys. Hey, Terrence.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm good, I'm
awesome.
good. So music biggest night, or in other words, the 60th annual Grammy Awards, took place in New York City's Madison Square Garden, and it was a huge night for a few artists. Bruno Mars swept the major categories at last night's show, taking home Song, Record, and Album of the Year award. He later performed with fellow Grammy-nominated artist Cardi B to perform his latest hit, Finesse. So guys, not only did he take those 3 awards, but he took home the other 3. So he took home all 6 of his nominations. So he was the big winner of the night, and compared to other people. So
well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a big fan of Bruno Mars, so I am all about it. 24 karat magic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, feeling it.
Absolutely.
So
Okay,
great.
what else do we have?
Moving on, Kendrick Lamar came out on top by taking home 5 awards, including Best Rap Song Performance and Best Rap Album. The rapper blew the audience away with his opening performance, featuring comedian Dave Chappelle, rock band U2, and a few political statements. Other highlights include Kesha, who dressed in all white for sexual assault, put on a very emotional performance of Praying, which was nominated for Best Pop Solo Performance. Towards the end of her performance, she was joined on stage by Camila Cabello, Cyndi Lauper, Andra Day, Julia Michaels, BB Rex, and the Resistance Revival Chorus, who were all dressed in white.
All right, Terrence, good stuff as always. Thank you.
No
All right,
problem.
Joe, so what's the weather looking like?
All right, so it'll be cold again tomorrow. It will warm up on Wednesday. We have some slick conditions in the forecast for your Thursday. Maybe some snow chances here for the weekend, but Groundhog's Day, it's going to be sunny. So he's going to see his shadow. 6 more weeks of spring on the way.
Oh, wow.
All right, that sounds good. Thanks, Joe. Well, that's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to watch tomorrow night at 9 right here on Cardinal Vision or online at ballstatedaily.com.
And be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a great night.